girl, she is turning 16 years old and she's just clearing puberty, and she's thinking about boys. We had a great conversation that I'm very proud of myself on the other day because I understood that she needs this conversation. And I did not come to her in a crass way. I did not come to her in an authoritative way. The thing is, I talked to her like a human being and I told her about certain ideas, certain decision making when it comes to these boys. I know she's liking boys. The thing is, she's telling me about the boy that she's involved with. Y'all, they're texting and they're, talking. And now is the opportunity to give her insight about what to expect. And that's why I always say it's important to have a father in these little girls' lives because at the end of the day, I can talk to her and give her certain aspects of men, what they think, how they think, and what the overall goal for a little boy who's gone through adolescence himself is actually thinking about. Yes, he's thinking about other things. He want to get you flowers, he want to treat you good, so forth and so on. But I let my daughter know this boy that you have a little crush on or whatever and you're liking, I'm going to let you know off break his mind is literally in the gutter right now, as they say. His mind is in the gutter. Men, put a one up if your mind was in the gutter at 14, 15 years old. The thing is, I want to let her know these things because it's a lot of little girls in the hood or in our community that doesn't have any type of masculine energy around them. And they're meeting these boys and they're looking at what the boys are doing. They're looking at how the boy is treating them. They're looking at all of the things that they should be looking for. But one thing, they're not looking and thinking about the first thing on this boy's mind right now is having sex with you. What's going on, fellas? Before this video starts, I want to have you, my man, any male, any father that's watching this video, go down in the comment section right now and explain how you talk to your teenage daughter about boys. We're going to get into all of that here on this video right now, but I need you guys to go down in the comment section, pause the video, and tell me, how did you start this conversation with your little girl? All right, folks, I appreciate you guys coming to the video today. I am your host, Dutch the Creator, and this is Dutch Talk Fatherhood. And I'm sure you clicked on this video because you're probably a father or you're probably a mother just trying to get some perspective on how fathers think, how fathers raise their children, and especially young girls. The thing is, I have all girls. I don't know what I was doing when I was making them, but they all came out female, and one is 21 years old. She's actually my stepdaughter. And the other one, like I said, she's about to turn 16 years old. She is turning 16 years old next week. And I have an 11-year-old. She was born on Martin Luther King's birthday, January the 15th. And I love them all. I love them all different, but not more than any one of them. They have different personalities and I love them all. The thing is, we as fathers have one job, and that is to guide our children, to give advice to our children, and have our children resonate ideas of responsibility, accountability, logic, common sense, and reason. That is what fathers are there for. I am not here to tell my children what to do. You see, I advise them on what to do. And the way I do it is to convey a message. And that message has different layers. When they're young, I'm talking to them as them being young children, but I'm still giving them a message. I'm still instilling values in them, a moral compass where you, as a person, grow up and you're a certain way, but you really don't know why you're that way. That's because you got something at an early age. And what I always told my children was about consequences. I remember each one of them. I met my stepdaughter when she was 3 years old when I met my ex-wife. And the first thing I taught her was about consequences, cause and effect. Everything you do come with an effect of what you do. And I try to give them these little gems, and I make sure that they understand it. I mean, these girls couldn't even say consequences, but they understood what the definition was. If you talk to my girls right now and ask them what is consequences, they will tell you right off break, because that's the first thing that I teach them. And that is building that moral compass that I'm talking about. That is building a foundation of values. So when they get older and you talk to them about what we're talking about today on this video, they accept what's being told to them and they think about it. See, I'm not the, fear tactic type of parent. I am not telling them, look, you better not mess with no boys. You better not have no sex. You better not get pregnant. We all know what that abstinence program did to my generation. And I'm 40 years old. Well, 41 years old. I'm sorry. I am 41 years old now. My birthday was February the 21st. I don't know why I said 40, because I got used to it. But I'm 41 years old right now. And back in the day, they was just telling us not to have sex, not to have sex, not to have sex. And guess what we did? Guess what we did? We had sex. And we had babies. See, the thing about it, people, you cannot rule with fear tactics with your children, especially young girls, because they're going to do what they want to do. So at the end of the day, you build this moral compass in your children so they can start to think about what they do, those consequences. And I encourage all of you guys, if you have young girls or young boys, because boys need to understand consequences as well. The thing is, if you plant that seed in them early, they will start to understand things when you come to them later. So my little girl, she is turning 16 years old, and she's just clearing puberty, and she's thinking about boys. We had a great conversation that I'm very proud of myself on the other day, because I understood that she needs this conversation. And I did not come to her in a crass way. I did not come to her in an authoritative way. The thing is, I talked to her like a human being, and I told her about certain ideas, certain decision making when it comes to these boys. I know she's liking boys. The thing is, she's telling me about the boy that she's involved with. Y'all, they're texting and they're, talking. And now is the opportunity to give her insight about what to expect. And that's why I always say it's important to have a father in these little girls' lives, because at the end of the day, I can talk to her and give her certain aspects of men, what they think, how they think, and what the overall goal for a little boy who's gone through adolescence himself is actually thinking about. Yes, he's thinking about other things. He want to get you flowers, he want to treat you good, so forth and so on. But I let my daughter know, this boy that you have a little crush on or whatever and you're liking, I'm going to let you know off break, his mind is literally in the gutter right now. As they say, his mind is in the gutter. Men, put a one up if your mind was in the gutter at 14, 15 years old. The thing is, I want to let her know these things because it's a lot of little girls in the hood or in our community that doesn't have any type of masculine energy around them. And they're meeting these boys and they're looking at what the boys are doing. They're looking at how the boy is treating them. They're looking at all of the things that they should be looking for. But one thing, they're not looking and thinking about the first thing on this boy's mind right now is having sex with you. And that's what I told my daughter. I said, look, at the end of the day, I understand that you enjoy speaking with this boy and y'all are kicking it or whatever, but I'm going to let you know exactly what he's thinking right now. And that's not to deter you from, talking to him or looking at him a certain way. But I want to let you know about going through puberty. I want to let you know about what boys think, how boys think. And if you have that information, you can now start to devise certain things in your mind about how you're going to handle little things when it comes up. He's going to want to kiss you. He's going to want to touch you. He's going to want to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. And the thing is, it's natural for a boy to do that. If I had a little boy and he's not doing that, or thinking these thoughts, I'm probably gonna be, a little concerned. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a little concerned and I'm gonna check his vitals, So at the end of the day, it's normal. And I'm letting her know, don't look at him and run away from him. Look at him and understand him. Because once you understand something, you can navigate it better. And she's sitting here and listening to me. And she's taking this advice. And all advice is guidance and recommendations. That's all it is. And I give her guidance and then I give her recommendations. And my recommendations to her is, you don't take care of yourself. Me and your mother take care of you. If you don't want a baby, don't have sex. Because most likely, and if you look at all of these pregnancies out here of young girls, first thing is they probably don't have suitable fathers in their lives. Second, they don't understand what this thing will bring or could bring. And I don't want to get caught up in the comment section. They ain't gonna have sex and always get pregnant. You're absolutely right. But the thing is, a baby can come from that. I had to go get my birth certificate in Washington, D.C. the other day, and usually they put the health department like smack dab in the middle of the hood. And this is the first time I went to that place, but it's in the hood. It's in Southeast DC. And if you know where Southeast DC is and how that place rolls, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So as I'm pulling up at this place to get my birth certificate, I need a copy of it because I'm going on a cruise next week. The thing is, I seen this like billboard, right? And the billboard read, pregnant, ? Are you feeling alone? Are you feeling afraid? Call this number. And I thought to myself, they just put it out there. And the reason they put it out there is because they know in this dense area, It's a lot of poverty. It's a lot of single mothers, and it's a lot of young girls who are getting pregnant. And at the end of the day, that's a catalyst to having a life that you probably don't want. And this is what I conveyed to my young daughter. This is what I conveyed to my almost 16-year-old daughter. And I'm letting her know about what's going on with her body. I'm letting her know and giving her information and recommendations and advice about how to think, you know? Make sure your body is not telling your mind what to do. Your mind is telling your body what to do. It's mind over matter. It's self-discipline and also self-respect. I let my daughter understand these words that's coming out of my mouth because she is 16 years old, and I'll be a fool to think that my 16-year-old, your 16-year-old, any 16-year-old girl out here is just not gonna do what they wanna do. That's when this advice and talking to them and instilling certain values in them when they're young comes into play, because you're building a mindset as you are raising these little girls. You're building a certain value in them, a value system in them to have them understand you when you're telling these things. My little girls come to me with anything. That's because I'm transparent. I talk to them like they're human beings, and they respect me for that. That's why I'm the best dad ever, because they can come to me with the most embarrassing thing, and I will look at them and we will talk about it. I will not judge them. I talk to her about having unconditional love. See, it's one part of unconditional love that, a lot of us have for our wives, our husbands, our mothers, our brothers, our friends. And that is the part of unconditional love that, whatever condition you are in will not just have me not love you anymore, right? That part is easy. If you're a crackhead, I love you. Mom, if you're a crackhead, I love you, brother. If you're going through some things, whatever condition you are in, and you're not hurting anybody or whatever, I love you. But it's another part of unconditional love that I only have for my children. And other men probably don't have this. This is my personal feeling towards my children. It's like anything they do. See, not the condition that they're in, but the conditions of what they do. They can shoot me in the back. I'll probably give them a excuse for that. They can do almost anything. If you come to me, which I told my daughter, I was joking with her, but I'm real. I'm dead serious. If you come to me and you said, "Pops, I just killed somebody," I'm gonna say, "Okay, where's the body? What did you do with the body?" "Well, it was in the alley." "All right, we need to go get that body and do something with it." You know what I mean? Like, I am that father, Like, I am that father. And I'm always going to be that father to them. I always tell them, look, you can come to me with anything. You can come and talk to me. They done told me some things that, if their friends heard these things, they'll probably, be like, "I don't want to be your friend no more." But to your father, I am here for guidance. I am here for giving you certain recommendations, and those recommendations hold weight. And the reason those recommendations hold weight is because of how I am with them. Now, some would say, hey, they can be on the pole when they turn 18. Dutch, they can do this, and I will sleep well because I know I did my part. I know that I did the assignment. I followed the rules of what you need to do when it comes to raising these girls. I am not here to scare them. I am not here to tell them, look, don't have sex. I'm telling them and teaching them about the mindset behind sex, or the understanding of making certain decisions that will last a lifetime. And that's going to scare them even more because they have this value system in there. They have this moral compass. And my daughter told me, I don't want to disappoint you, Dad. I don't. I don't want to get you mad. I said, it's not about getting me mad or disappointment, because I'm going to love you through anything. But I want you to start to think. I want you to start being analytical. I want you to set goals for yourself. I told my daughter, I come from the hood, and growing up, it was a lot of girls who I knew was pregnant. And that's because they had no motivation. They had nothing in their life to have goals to be set. They were bored. They didn't have masculine energy around them to tell them what I'm telling you. They didn't have a moral compass. They had single mothers trying to do what they had to do, work 2 jobs. They come home, mom ain't there, daddy ain't there. They taking care of their little sister or little brother. And they're out wilding. I had cousins like that. I want you to understand that me and your mother made a better situation for you. And you need to understand that you have better opportunities. She's dying to get a job. She's dying to do things to where that builds confidence, that builds motivation, that builds a certain type of attitude, So I told her, I want you to be one of those women that are 20, 22, 23 years old. The women that I looked at when I was a bum back in the day, young dude, just a hood dude. And I looked at those women like, man, they out of my league. I want you to be the out of the league girl, where that man has to understand that he has to be about something, you see, before he can even touch you. You see, that's how I come at my daughters. That's what I talk to my daughters about. I talk to my daughters and give them advice, guidance, and recommendations on how to navigate the complexities of growing into a respectable young lady. I appreciate you guys coming to this video. I didn't know how long I was going to be. My dial says 21 minutes, but I just gave you 21 minutes of straight fatherhood. And if you came to this video wanting to be empowered by one father to another, you just got that. Replay this video. See what I'm talking about. Hear what I'm talking about. Now, I don't have all the answers. It's not a blueprint to this fatherhood or parenthood game. But what it is experience. And that's what this channel is all about. Giving our experiences and taking others' experiences and trying to take the principle and apply it to our lives. If you're finding my channel for the very first time, I appreciate you coming through. Give me a like so this video can just share amongst YouTube. And if you're coming back to the channel, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But to all of the new people who are here, some videos just popped up on the screen. It goes more deep into the channel. And I think you'll like it here. And I think you'll like what you hear. At the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give advice and take advice. I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace. I'm out. Y'all be safe and love your children.